Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady, here for another vintage bag video. It is Wednesday today, and it is 10 to 12, so a little later today. Was busy, had another quote for my spray foam. We'll talk about that after today's bag. So, if you follow me with any regularity, you know there are a few things that I really am passionate about, or that I love just a little bit more than the average bag. Suede is one of them. I don't know what it is about suede. I just love it. Now, suede can be a little bit difficult to look after. I am going to admit to you, if I can pick up a suede bag for the right price, I will experiment on looking after it, taking care of it, refurbishing it. As you know, most of the bags, all of the bags that I have will get washed inside and out. And if I have something suede that is a little bit dirty or whatever, I will throw it in the washing machine. I have not done that with this particular bag, but there is a little bit of wear in the corners, and suede unfortunately films and photographs really poorly because the nap in the suede creates all kinds of shadows which make it look like there's stains or marks or whatnot. But let me just get this bag ready for you. Now, again, I love a good suede bag. How do you feel about suede with fringes? There's lots of little dust fibers floating around. But this, and I'm wearing black, so it's not showing up particularly well. But there you go. That's a good shot of it. There's a tie here. It does have two magnet closures here. This is just a little added extra, I guess. I'm not sure if I would use that, but it is just beautiful. The fringe goes all the way around. It is a nice, I think it's a 12-inch strap drop, so it will sit nicely. Again, when I come home from the gym, if I don't shower right away, which I don't always do because, things are happening, I'll just throw on a t-shirt, and it always seems to be this one. So I do have other clothes, but I will, you know what, I'll get to that after we finish with the bag. So it does have a little bit of lightening in the corners. You can see that right there. Well, not so much. I've listed it as a 7 out of 10. Yeah, you can see it right there. But you know what? I don't care. The fringe on this is the star of the show. And I am going to bet that nobody is going to be noticing that little bit of lightness in the corners. Now, I am going to work on it a little bit for you just to see if I can get it a little bit darker. And you know me, if there's a will, there's a way. Interior, there's no branding on this bag at all. There's your magnetic snaps. It's just a black interior, cotton interior with a zipper compartment. No branding at all. The interior is in fabulous condition. No pockets other than that one zipper pocket. I've dated it as a 70s bag. Again, we don't have guarantees on dates. We just know, most of us bag sellers know our genres. We know the styles of that era. I know I'm researching all the time. I love watching period movies that will date bags for me. I date bags via the phone pouches when they're getting, 90s and up when the phone started. I mean, some of the phone pouches are this wide, so I know it's kind of a 90s Y2K bag. Anything suede with fringes typically is 70s. Now, I do know that fringes came back quite a few years ago or just a few years ago, but you would not find a bag without a foam pouch if it was quite a few years ago. So we don't have any receipts. There's no guarantees on how old these bags are, but if we know our craft, then we are pretty accurate at dating these bags. So now, speaking of which, I mentioned to you yesterday about the situation I had with Etsy, with a lady who bought a bag and wanted a refund, and Etsy refunded her, and I got to keep the sale because my I informed verbally, I informed with pictures. If you meet those certain criteria, then Etsy will refund the customer and you get to keep your sale. So I got a review from this lovely lady last night or last evening, and it ended up that, I mean, it wasn't a very pleasant review, obviously. She was very unhappy, but she kind of buried herself with the review. She said, the bag looks like it's over 10 years old and it's been used heavily. And I'm like, yeah, you obviously do not realize that this is a handmade or vintage based e-commerce platform. So she kind of set herself up there. So I responded respectfully, wished her well in her future retail endeavors, but I confirmed it is in actual fact over 20 years old. That is the criteria for Etsy. Anything 20 years and older is considered vintage where Etsy is concerned, and those are the only bags that are available for sale on Etsy. So I'm hoping that her scathing review reveals that she did not realize she was buying a vintage bag. She obviously didn't read the listing because I had photographs on there of the damage. So it all ended up, good in the wash. But I really, if Etsy goes to the trouble of refunding a customer who is unhappy and I get to keep my sale, then I'm not sure that they should have access to a negative review, because obviously Etsy has decided that I did enough on my end that she made a mistake. So why should I pay with a negative review? This particular negative review worked beautifully in my favor, but yeah, so hopefully that's the end of it. I don't suspect she'll be shopping in my shop any longer. Oh, she told me I was a scammer and all kinds of things. And I mean, with closing in on 1,000 sales, my shop is anything but a scam. So anyway, just a bit of a closing note on that experience. And all these experiences are there to kind of, keep you humble and keep you honest, I guess, for future situations. So I had another gentleman come and give me a much better price for my spray foam this morning. He's a little closer to where I live, so I'm sure that probably had something to do with it. Still more than I thought I was going to have to spend, but it was about $700 cheaper than the gentleman yesterday. So a bit of a smaller company and more local to me. So that's probably the route we're going to go. But Pius found out that his shoulder does have a small tear, but it's more tendonitis. I don't know, the pain he's in, it just seems, and physio is the diagnosis. So I don't know. I recommended he get a second opinion, but whether or not he does that, that's up to him. But it was nice to just get an answer. I mean, he trusts his doctor. He's always said very, very great things about his doctor. So maybe he'll just go with it. But the amount of pain, so they've got him on Tylenol, Advil, I guess Tylenol for the pain, Advil, which is an ibuprofen, I guess, to reduce the swelling, inflammation, and then physio. So we'll see. We have to find a good physio in our neighborhood. I've never really had to deal with physio personally, but I know a lot of people who have, and they really haven't experience much success. Now, whether or not it's because they don't complete the course or they don't do the exercises properly, I'm not sure, but I don't know. We'll see how it all works out. So last night we really didn't do anything. Pius came home later. I ended up having to cook in the kitchen, and boy, oh boy, did we get some heat going in this place. And then we took the van out for a little boot because it died the other day. I guess somebody didn't close the door properly. So I had gone out and got some jumper cables, and we boosted it, and then we took it for a bit of a drive. And Pius wanted to go and get ice cream, and I said no, because in talking to my mummy this morning, she shared with me that, yes, Lynn, you are putting some weight back on. So please don't get back up to where you were previously. So, you know, when your mother's telling you that, yeah, it's time to buckle down. I still work out 4 or 5 mornings a week. Thank goodness. I can't imagine the size I would be if I stopped working out. But yeah, Pius and I need to, Pius kind of just gains his weight all in one spot, which has gotten quite a bit bigger in recent months, and me too. And I don't care, but it's just our health that, I care about me. I don't care about Pius. He's just as cute can be. So, and he feels the same way about me, but women, I think, are just so much more connected to their aesthetic than men are. Maybe I'm wrong, but in my experience, that's been the case. Men tend not to give a shit. But I've been a very, very heavy woman in the past, and last summer was the slimmest I have been in a long time. And I'm trying to rack my brain as to why. What was I doing differently? But then when I think about it, I eat way more bread than I used to. We eat out a lot, but I'm thinking the trailer will take care of that, because our plan, as I mentioned to you yesterday, is to get to the trailer and not leave. So that means cooking. I have no problem cooking at the trailer. It'll be burgers, hot dogs, chicken burgers. It'll be very simple. And I can have salads with all of that, and not a problem. We are going to have our drinks, but no more wine for me. I went through this previously. When I start drinking wine, the weight just piles on. But the wine is so much easier, because you just bring a bottle, and when it's done, it's done. But no, gotta get back on it, because 20 pounds is going to turn into 30, is going to, the hardships of that, ladies. I know you do. I absolutely know you do. So we will be getting back into some kind of a routine, tout sweet, because like I said, when my mom, it was probably quite painful for my mom to say that to me, but I've only FaceTimed her recently, and I guess when we saw her on Sunday, she was like, yes, you're getting a little porky again, girlfriend. So that is it. I've got a beautiful Roots bag to get ready to mail out today. One of my favorites, this big, huge brown one that's on its way to, is it Alberta? I'm not sure where this is going, but beautiful, extra large Roots bag. So that's been sitting on the shelf for a little while, so I will recondition it and get it all spiffy to send out to my customer. And that is about it for me today. Not sure what we're doing this evening. Whatever we do, need to put in another meat order soon, but we're going in different directions with everything right now. So that's just the problem with things being far away, because Jarvis is probably a good 40 minutes away to go and grab the meat order. So, and Cayuga, I don't think Cayuga is out that way. I don't think so. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but we're running out of meat. So I need to get another order in. Probably won't be till next week now. So, oh well. So I hope you're all having a great day. Leather Bag Lady weather report. It is a beautiful sunny day. You can kind of see it here in the window. And I may too hot on my deck July, August to enjoy it. But maybe over the weekend we'll be enjoying the weather at the trailer. But I'll talk to you before then. Bye, everybody.